what would you want people to know about Bosnia and Herzegovina?
Main thing that bothers me when somebody is speaking about Bosnia, they speak like the war is still happening or there is still conflict here.
The main thing to know is to remember the uniqueness that is in our country, where there is rarely a place where you can find all of the buildings of all of the three main religions. My name is Selma, I'm 24 years old and I'm a Bosniak. I finished my BA in Political Science and Sociology and I'm currently on my Master's Studies in International Relations.
My name is Danilo, I'm 25 years old. I'm about to finish my Master's degree in Psychology. I'm a Serb from Bosnia and Herzegovina. When somebody asks me about my identity, immediately I say it's Orthodox Serb. On Balkans, these two identities, religious and national, they are like binded together, so you can't say anything different from Orthodox Serbs, Catholic Croat and Muslim Bosniak.
For me, my religion plays a role, but it is important to make this division and to not define these ethnic groups only based on their religious belonging.
I describe myself like a Serb. I'm not Bosnian Serb. I am here in this country. I have citizenship of this country, but I'm definitely Serb. And when they say you are Bosnian Serb, like they are just trying to separate us from our motherland and trying to divide us.
Since I was a child, I knew there was a war, although my family never wanted to talk about this period much.
The first time I hear some stories were on our family meetings when our elders meet up. From the perspective of my father and grandfather who fought in the war, they don't talk like many men their age. Nor about their emotions about that war. Especially my father, he lost his best years of life.
When the war started, my whole family was in Banja Luka. They didn't experience armed conflict, but they experienced a lot of other things that still are very, that are trauma, that were very stressful to them. There was this systematic discrimination that started against Bosniaks. It was dangerous to go out. There was a slight chance that they could be taken to concentration camps or tortured. My mom has there is 6 of them in the family, so 1 brother and 5 sisters, and all of them had to leave during the war. All of them now have families abroad, which is, I think, something that they will never recover from. I remember the first moment when it was like something shifted in me. It was actually when I came to study here in Sarajevo. I, for the first time, came to the city where my ethnicity is a majority, where I could meet more people that are of my ethnicity.
Our elders, they saw other ethnicities from the perspective of war. I was born after it, so I don't have these burdens. There's a sense of grief because they lost everything in that war, and when we speak about war, that's the main thing. Everybody lost in that war, nobody gained nothing, and we all needed to start again.
this history, it doesn't stop, but in the books it stops in the 80s.
When I spoke to Croats and Bosniaks, then I sensed that we only learned about our side of history, from our perspective. We never made that common ground.
In the country there is not, the educational system is not unified, so curriculum differs between entities. There is one curriculum that is in Republika Srpska and the other one that is in Federation.
The civil war in Bosnia isn't mentioned in our history classes, so everything we learn are from movies, from internet, for our leaders, from historians. So we are left without that true knowledge.
In 1992, the whole city hall was set on fire and more than 2 million books and archives and documents vanished in the flames. So the whole building was completely ruined, and they rebuilt it. It's an important part because it shows how the war was more than just a mere conflict of misunderstanding. It was about ruining all elements of one identity, of one culture, because what else can prove your existence and what your identity than history, language, literature.
Or not.
That's your problem.
We have disbelief in the international court because they only prosecuted our people, but the real thing is that if we say that is genocide and it say that we did it, they not only want to do that, they just want to put label over our whole nation and the claim that we are aggressors, that we wanted to cleanse the whole Republic of Srpska of them, and that's the not complete story. That's the main problem. I don't want to glorify war crimes that are committed. I just want to say that the perspective is much larger.
There is a substantial difference on how different ethnicities see the war, and I'm not sure whether there can be any kind of middle ground on which they can agree, because Bosniaks suffered a lot. When someone tries to deny something you experienced, then I think it hurts even more, and that's why it's a really sensitive and difficult situation.
We were Yugoslavs, and after war we faced the harsh reality, because Croats before war and after war they still had their identity. Bosniaks have their, but we are left with nothing. In Serbia and here, we are one nation, and that is something that we worship and want to be known for. We are one nation, one religion. Why is that problem?
verehrten Damen und Herren, wir gedenken heute der, verneigen uns vor den Opfern. Ich darf Sie bitten, meine Damen und Herren.
This country has been in a crisis and has been unstable for like 30 years. We do not know anything else except crisis, instability, scandals. When you, as a young generation, are every day bombarded with these, negative news, you are constantly being, scared whether something else will happen, whether the war will start again.
History itself isn't a problem, but it's a problem when politicians use that to divide us and to put us in the state flight or fight, like the war is near or it's coming.
This war story is constantly being used as a tool. When you are in a state of fear, you react differently. You don't want to live like this, and if you feel that you cannot do anything about it, you will just leave.
I don't think we are ready, not because our people, but because our governments. They definitely need to be more transparent, more oriented towards people.
I personally don't see us still ready to join EU. I feel European because we are in Europe. Balkans is part of the Europe. But I'm having doubts whether the rest of Europe consider us European enough. I personally get the feeling that sometimes we are, considered as this third class of the Europe.
I hope that I will, in my lifetime, be proud member of European Union.
I'm going to try everything I can to build a life here that is decent, that is worth of a human being, that you can earn enough, live a normal life, build a family. And only when I try everything and I don't succeed, then I will leave.
I don't want, like my parents, to go somewhere else and start all over again. I just want to stand on their shoulders and their things that they do, so that I don't need to start all over again.
We are the first generation, almost the first generation after the war, and of course it affects you more.
In future, I hope that our country will be less divided, that we are more tolerant to each other, and that we are building together future.
We should love this country more and try our best to make the best version of it.